Hi, everybody. How are you? Good to see you. It's almost Passover time, and I thought I'd tell you about some of the foods that we eat on Passover. And today, I'm going to be making my charoset. Charoset is a mixture of apples, walnuts, cinnamon, and wine. You don't have to put everything in if you don't like it. If you don't like nuts or you can't have nuts, don't put the nuts in. If you don't like the cinnamon, don't put the cinnamon in. If you don't like the wine, you can put grape juice in. And I know people who make it with lots of different recipes. Some people put figs or dates or raisins. Some people put honey. Some people put pecans. But this is the way my family's made it as long as I can remember. So I thought that I would take you along and show you how I make mine. Now, I've always made it with my son David. He's always sat next to me while I made it, but he doesn't live at my house anymore. So in a little while, I'm going to get him on my iPad so that he could do it with me. So before I start, I wash my hands. I've already washed my hands. That was the first thing that I did. So I wash my hands, and then I get all of my ingredients ready to go. So first I have my apple. This is my apple. This is a gala apple, but you could use whatever apples you like. Some people keep the peel on. I like to take the peel off, but you could do it however you'd like. And you could also use whatever apple you like. So I have my apple, and I also have a plate full of them that I've already cut up. We have walnuts. The walnuts I have right here in a bag. They come different brands at the store. And actually, the walnuts grow on a tree. Let's see if you can see that. See, it's in like a shell, and inside the shell is a shell. And then that's outside of the green shell, and you open up the hard shell, the brown shell, and inside are the nuts. Can you see the nuts? Let's see. See, there's the tree that it grows on. So, but you could buy them at the store in a can or in a bag. That's how I have mine. We have cinnamon. Let me show you this. Cinnamon grows on a tree. That's inside the tree. I think it said it was grown in Indonesia and China. That's how it looks when it comes out. Look, I have this. These are cinnamon sticks. Let's see. Cinnamon sticks. See? It's a stick. Nice. And then it also comes where you can grind it up. And again, they come in different companies make it for you. So that is like a powder. I don't know if you can see that. See, it's a powder. So we have our cinnamon, and then we have our sweet wine. Sweet wine. You want to use sweet wine, or you could use grape juice. That's fine also. I also have my peeler for my apple, and I have my knife, which is very sharp. Please make sure you're with a grown-up. And I have a very special bowl. This is a wood chopping bowl. This belonged to my grandmother. And every year I make my charoset in the bowl that belonged to my grandma with my grandma's chopper. You know, sometimes people use machines. I like to use the chopper. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to prepare everything, and then we'll get started making it. So first thing I do is I take my apple and I peel my apple. Oh, I washed my apple also. And I peel the apple very carefully. Use my peeler. Peel the apple. Whoop. You have to be very careful because it's sharp. Okay, then I take my knife and I cut it, and then I cut it into little pieces because you have to take the seeds out of the middle because you don't want that in your charoset. I put that in the bowl. I put that in the bowl. See? Here comes another one. I know it's hard not to eat one as you're making it. Sometimes I eat it as I'm making it. Put the apples in. Like I said, sometimes people like to keep the skin on. I don't. I like the skin. I like to eat the skin, but not in my charoset. All right, let's see now. We have our apples. Good job. All right. And look, I have my other apples that I already cut. That I'm going to put right in. So I have my apples in the bowl already. I thought what I would do is I would call David and see if he'll come on and watch while we make our charoset. Let's see. Let's call him.
Hello.
Hi. So hi to all my friends.
Hi, all your friends.
So we're going to make some charoset. Look what we got, Dave.
Am I inside the bowl?
Nope, you're not inside the bowl. But there's a bowl full of apples. And so we've already cut the apples, and we've already put the apples in. So now I'm going to take my walnuts, and I'm going to put my walnuts in the bowl. Not all of them, just some of them. And then I'm going to take my chopper. Do you know what I'm going to do with my chopper?
Can I guess?
Go ahead, you can guess.
You're going to fold it.
I'm not going to fold it. I'm not going to fold it. What do you think I'm going to do with it?
Chop it.
I'm going to chop it. Because that's how we do it. We have to chop, 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 chop. That's the best part of this whole meal, is that we chop, chop, chop. Hold on. We're chopping the apples and the nuts together. It's not the same without you in the house, Dave.
I know. Me in my oversized t-shirt and no pants and drinking wine out of the bottle.
David used to pretend like he would drink wine out of the bottle when he was little. He wasn't, but he would pretend. So I'm chopping my apples and my walnuts. Let's see what it looks like. It's still a lot. They're big. I'm going to chop some more. You know what's going in next, David?
Is it wine or cinnamon?
You know, it could be either one. You could put the wine in or you could put the cinnamon in. It doesn't have to go in any particular order. So I'm chopping my apples and my walnuts. It smells delicious. Can you smell it?
No, it's too hot.
It's too hot. You can't smell it. All right. So I'm going to chop my walnuts and my apples. And then I'm going to put some cinnamon in. Let's see. So this is the way the cinnamon goes. I showed you that it sticks, but we also have it so that it comes in a little container. And I'm going to go sprinkle, sprinkle into the mixture. And there's really no measuring. You just pour it in and then you have to taste it. We're not tasting it yet. Don't taste the cinnamon unless it's mixed in your mixture. You're not supposed to taste cinnamon unless it's really in the mixture. So I'm mixing it up. Ooh, hear that? Chop, chop, chop. Let's see. Oh, it's starting to smell really good. Boy, it's going to be delicious. When David was little, I used to make it two different ways. I made it one with nuts and one without nuts because he didn't like the nuts. Now I think you like the nuts now, David?
I tolerate them.
He tolerates them.
Walnuts are like the worst.
But they're in the mixture.
Yeah, it's not as bad when they're chopped up.
It's better when it's chopped up. Oh, look, it's getting better. Look at that. Ooh, delicious. Look at that, David.
Hello.
Nice. All right. So we've got our apples, walnuts, and cinnamon. So I've invited my nieces to come and help me. This is Harper and Ava, and they're at their house, and they're watching me make my charoset. So I have my apples and my walnuts, and I even added some pecans. They also come in a shell on a tree. I have my cinnamon, and now I'm going to add, look what I got. See that? See that, girls? Apples, walnuts, cinnamon. And look. See what it looks like right now? It looks delicious. Ava cannot have walnuts. She can't eat nuts because she's allergic. So if I was making this for Ava, I would not put any nuts in it, right? But I'm making it for me, and I like it. So now I'm going to take some wine. I had some trouble opening up my wine just a few minutes ago, but I fixed it. So now I'm going to pour a little bit of wine in, not too much. Ooh, a little bit. All right, and now I'm going to chop it up and mix it up. Chop, 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 chop. Girls, do you know the chop, chop, chop song? Watch, I'll help you. Put your hands like this and go like this. Chop, chop, chop. Can you do that? Let me see. There you go. Ready? It goes like this. Make a roasted chop, chop, chop. Apples, nuts, and cinnamon. Add some wine. Tastes so fine. Make a roasted chop, chop, chop. Let's do it one more time. You ready? Make a roasted chop, chop, chop. Apples, nuts, and cinnamon. Add some wine. Tastes so fine. Make a roasted chop, chop, chop. Oh, did you ever sing that in school? You didn't get to sing that in school? All right, so we have our apples, nuts, and cinnamon and wine. We don't want it to be mushy like applesauce. We want it to be a little chunky. So now what I'm going to do, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That just looks delicious. Look, girls. Can you see? Oh, it looks delicious. Now I'm going to take my spoon and I'm going to taste it. Because you have to taste it to make sure it's all delicious. So let's see. Let me have a little taste. I got to get all the ingredients in there.
Yeah.
Mmm. Very good. I think it needs a little more cinnamon. A little more cinnamon and a little more wine. Just a little bit. Okay, let's see. Let's mix it up. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Oh boy, does this look delicious? Okay, now I'm going to taste it again. That's how you know if it's good. Where'd you go, girls? Come back. There we go, I'm going to taste it again. Mmm. 2 spoons, 2 tastes. Mmm. Boy, oh boy, that is perfect. So then, I have a bowl, and I'm going to scoop it into the bowl for later. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look, does it look delicious? Okay. Doesn't it look delicious? And this is how I make my charoset. And sometimes I can eat it by itself. Sometimes I can even put it on matzah. And I take a little bit of the maror, the red horseradish, and put it on. And it is yummy, yummy, yummy delicious. I hope you'll make some charoset with your family, your grown-ups. They can help you. Oh, look at that. That looks so delicious. I hope you can make some charoset with your family, and I want to wish you all a very, very, very happy and healthy Passover. Good to see you. Bye.